You have entered the Chronics Rabbit Hole, an army. Welcome to or welcome back to the channel. My name is Kyle, aka Chronic.
And I'm Alanna.
And because of yours suggestions, voting on the polls, and just letting me know in my own messaging, you said that we had to have the rise of Bangtan come down as our first docu-series for BTS because it's probably the best thing from start to finish to show their actual journey, and that's something that we still need a lot of help with to know their actual genesis of how they came to be. And we are doing chapter 1, We Are Bulletproof, as well as the deleted scenes, because you also let us know that there are deleted scenes with it. So strap on in, army, let's get into it.
I'm really excited to get into this, as well as the deleted scenes, because if you guys are like me, you know that if there's deleted scenes, they have to be watched.
Yes,
100%.
every time.
Every time. No cuts. And I can't wait to get into the rise of Bangtan and into our very first episode as we deep dive into this amazing group and everything that brought them to where they are today.
Army, we want to thank you so much for your constant support. It's been incredible. So many of you are coming to Patreon to help us actually know which way to move forward correctly. Because us as Canadians over here, we're so just don't know what to pick. And usually we pick wrong for some reason. So you have been helping us pick correctly here. That's why we're here at the Rise of Bangtan. It looks really intriguing as well. So I don't know about you. Should we just get right into this one?
I think we should get right into it and let the story tell itself.
All right. We are bulletproof. And we got the captions on.
Yes.
This is an army edit.
Oh, nice. There's also a little reminder.
Created by the Bangtan's fandom. The following content is pulled from various sources to tell the story to the best of our ability.
We do not own the right to any of the following content.
ARM.
2013년 1월 7일 랩몬스터의 일지.
Diary time.
새로운 한 해가 밝았다. 강 PD님이 어제 나에게 말씀을 해주심으로써 뭔가 구체화된 것 같다. 그리고 집에 가서 혼자 자기 전에 앉아서 많은 생각들을 했다.
Big moment.
뭔가 정말 각성하고 포텐셜을 한번 폭발시켜볼 생각이다. 인생을 마음먹은 대로 살되 마음대로는 살지 않겠다.
Don't live it recklessly. You got that
이렇게
right.
다짐하고 올해는 정말 나의 해로 만들고 싶다는 생각뿐이다. 그래서
2013, year of RM.
2013년 1월 7일 랩몬스터일지.
Looks like he did.
Yeah.
This whole phenomenon around Korean entertainment is interesting because people are adopting it as a lifestyle.
They sure
K-pop is
are.
Korean pop, and the thing that is just most remarkable about it is that it really is the all-in-one package. K-dramas, your K-food, the K-beauty.
K-dramas.
It really rolls into one, and you start...
I have to talk about K-beauty for a second there.
Please
because
do.
it's so true. The amount of visual color guides for how to dress yourself and like what colors you're supposed to be wearing with your complexions. I don't know why, but when I'm scrolling, the amount of Korean beauty content that I am constantly watching on like that the algorithm sends you, it's really interesting how Korean culture has really blown up in a big way in the West. Like
Beautiful
even,
artistry and everything they do.
Beautiful art, every single thing with the K-dramas, the K-music, the K-beauty, all of it is it's very thoughtful. Nothing is done recklessly, and I think that's why in the West we are adopting it so fervently, because often we've been told you only have one life, so YOLO, live recklessly.
Way differently.
Like it's a very different mentality.
Yeah.
And so since like really I'd have to say since 2010, that's when I noticed a huge boom and influx in Eastern styling coming into the West, and then even a deeper focus on Koreans culture coming into the West, even with Avery's school. the amount
Their
of
hairstyles,
the
very
hairstyles,
similar.
the teenagers are really adopting the style. Even like the amount of teenage girls who will give me, you know, beauty advice, it's often coming from Korean beauty standards. So it's
Cool.
really interesting how that was just brought up here. So I know we're only literally a minute and a half into this, so I just had to kind of mention that because it really hit home for me, even with what I'm experiencing right now with the Korean culture that's really blowing up in a big way over here.
And even just for us personally at our home, BTS and K-pop now is the music that we're listening to in our house, dancing together. Even has come into the showers to make sure it's a good time while we're cleaning, and it travels everywhere and it changes your life. Like they said, it's a lifestyle change.
Our 2-year-old won't eat his breakfast until he gets a little bit of K-pop in his life.
You got that right.
Slowly but surely kind of getting into the entire K culture.
How big is the K-pop market? $3.4 billion. They can sell out shows really quickly. We're talking about arena shows that can sell out in about 2 hours.
It's this really diverse, young audience who are so enthusiastic.
Besides Gangnam Style was the one.
Not just young audience. There's so many of you that are like 60 and older, and that's
the amount of comments we've seen where it's been like, my granddaughter brought me into this.
Exactly.
My grandkids are bringing me into this.
Multi-generational.
Multi-generational. I found this when I was at a really tough time. I'm 54 and this is what I'm living my life with. It's insane. Okay, size Gangnam Style. Like literally that is what just it blew up over here. Oh my god, every morning we're listening to Gangnam Style with Ollie because he
loves Psy as well.
He loves Psy.
Yeah.
One that put it, on the world's radar. But, Psy isn't even necessarily the archetype K-pop Korean celebrity.
There's the saying, stars are born. K-pop stars, however, are not born. They are made.
Precisionally made.
After the Korean War in 1953,
the electricity that they exude.
Yeah, like
Koreans finally achieved true.
She's taken over.
I love that they said K-pop stars are not born, they're made, but they're made in all the best ways because these are people like we just watched RM's Diary 2013 and you can see he's like, I have a goal and I'm going to achieve it.
No wasted movement.
There's no wasted movement, and that's something that you see in the Korean industry. There's no wasted movement. That's why they're made, and they're made to. That's
why their dancing's incredible too.
Their dancing's incredible. K-pop's conquering the world.
After the Korean War in 1953, Koreans finally achieved true democracy in 1987 by obtaining direct election rights. And this led to a breeding of a new generation of teenagers that were focused not on the collective goal or ideal, but individualism and uniqueness. However, the music industry failed to recognize this completely different consumer base.
South Koreans became familiar with Western pop culture. Western pop music developed with phonographs and radio stations. South Korean pop music, on the other hand, developed with the television. What we know as K-pop now really started in the early 90s.
Then came.
So that's why the whole time they look so theatrical, because the whole time if they came in with the TV, then they've always had to bring the visual
enterprise
onto it, not just the audio cues. So that's actually a whole different pop culture that's going to be produced from that.
Well, then that's why it's taking over so drastically, because they're also combining that extra sense. It's not just audible, because they're adding that extra sense into the music. It really brings you into it.
Musical theater.
Strategy and Boys,
who combined Korea's pop music with the Western influences of rap, rock, techno, and R&B, and started the craze that we know today.
This is what the teens were exactly craving for. It was like showing a light bulb to people living on kerosene lamps.
They keep on tackling social issues like reunification, environment, drugs, education. The Tupac of K-pop.
Strategy and Boys disbanded after just 4 years. Strategy changed the way Korean music and Korean society operates and thinks.
Now corporates see money in K-pop and idol businesses.
Yeah.
But what is the process behind generating South Korea's idols?
행사라던가 그 학교, 로드캐스팅, 뭐 백화점, 뭐 어디든지 가서 그 인재를 발굴하는 그런 캐스팅 과정을 거쳐서요. 20-30명 정도의 그 좋은 친구들을 한 6개월에서 4-5년 정도 걸리는 그렇게 트레이닝을 하게 되죠.
Apprentices are here from 1 to 10 p.m. for 4 hours of lessons and 5 hours of practice.
Wow.
If they go to school, they have to be here from 6 to 10.
Singing class, dance class, house class, rap class, acting class, and language class. I receive this kind of strict training every single day, from morning to nighttime.
What is it about Korea that is making this entertainment?
That's a whole different level.
That's a whole different level because like when you, so I'm going to bring in Dream Theater. So when we look at metal music and music here in North America, we idolize bands such as Dream Theater, which is a group of friends who came together to create a band. But they, on their own, said, no, every single member has to practice on their own time, 8 hours a day minimum.
It's now 8. It was 6 before.
Oh, whatever. You know what? Next reaction will be 10. But like, but they had to practice on their own 6 hours a day minimum to make sure that they could be at the peak that they wanted for themselves. And so what's really so we idolize that from them, that hard work and quality from them. Whereas with the K-pop scene, the reason it's dominating is instead of it being one individual band taking that upon themselves to do that, now you're creating an education system around creating talented people. Because even if all 30 of those scouted artists don't make it to become the next, you know, BTS or Psy or whatever it is, something that big, you've now created 30 individuals that have put in so much hard work and energy into what they want to achieve that they're going to also have a work ethic that is going to bring it every single time, regardless of what they're going to do. And then you're creating multi-talented and even multilingual. They just multicultural too. They're pushing it everywhere. Here in North America, even though, like, for example, it's mandated for us to take French and English in Canada to be able to graduate. You need to have a second language.
Till grade 9.
But you don't need to remember that second language after the test.
No.
So,
you don't.
So we're all still, unless you go to Quebec. So like most people in Canada, unless you're on the East Coast or in Quebec, still only speak English. And then if you're in Quebec, you might only speak French. So the multilingual of Canada isn't really there. But then you're seeing here with what she just said with training to be an idol, which in the West, we might be like, ha, 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 pop idols, whatever, not think anything of it, not realizing that these are people like RM who has an IQ of over 140. These are individuals who are highly educated, highly diverse, highly disciplined in ways that we couldn't even imagine, because the closest thing that we could possibly like accompany that with music that we are familiar with is Dream Theater, who we idolize and think that's insane when they're there from 1 to 10.
Yeah, absolutely. It reminds me of the training that the kids in Japan had to do when I went to visit them in grade 8, because they had such a training regimen after school as well too. So definitely a lot of the Asian countries just have such a different lifestyle that they breed their people, because it's not like breeding in a bad way, just everyone has a different lifestyle. And it's just interesting to see even this entertainment that has now become a pop idol entertainment that is breeding kids to become better people even through their music industry, to push their culture around the world, which is very, very important if you want to become more influential in the world. So
I didn't know that Korea had only South Korea had only gained their independence and fully in 1987. I didn't realize that. That's crazy, actually.
You got that right.
So like
for the voting
and everything. So this is all very, very new and very current that we're learning about.
Morning to nighttime.
What is it about Korea that is making this entertainment that doesn't just work domestically but internationally?
K-팝의 가장 큰 매력이 중독되는 멜로디가 있다. 강렬한 퍼포먼스가 같이 조합되는 게 굉장히 큰 시너지를 준다고. 얼굴이나 이런 거 봤을 때 완전 동양 사람인데 그런 서양의 느낌도 갖고 있으면서
Anyone who's ever seen a K-pop video would know everyone just seems like these gods and goddesses of pop music.
Heavy makeup, all that stuff, very thin.
They're almost like untouchable. I think that's where the passion comes from too. They're just so high above you that you can't help but completely worship them.
Yeah.
한류 그 다음에
Angelic,
그런
like all of them.
아이콘, 새로운 문화 아이콘은 저희 때부터 시작을 할 것 같아요. 시작을 했고요.
Making their US TV debut, make some noise for BTS.
5년 후 정도 정말 이제 미국까지 완전 진출하는 그런 그룹이 동양에서 나오지 않을까 싶어요.
The K-pop band at the UN General Assembly. BTS becoming the first Korean artist to headline Wembley Stadium.
It is BTS mania.
The rise of Bangtan. We Are Bulletproof, Chapter 1. What a start. We
haven't started yet.
This might be a long one.
Hey yo, Hitman Bang introduces Hit It, the second audition.
Hitman Bang.
프로듀서 방시혁이고요. 2011년 Hit It 힙합 오디션 두 번째 기회로 여러분을 찾아왔습니다. 제가 힙합 문화를 이끌어갈 여러분들을 찾고 있는데요. 2011년 Hit It 오디션, 방탄소년단의 멤버가 될 주인공을 기다리고 있습니다. 올해 Hit It 오디션에서는요, 작년과는 다르게 랩, 댄스, 노래까지 다양한 장르에서 배틀 형식으로 이루어질 예정인데요. 왜냐하면 힙합은 문화니까 얼마나 매력적인 분들이 또 얼마나 많이 참여해 주실지 너무 기대가 됩니다. 지금까지 hitman bang 방시혁이었습니다. 감사합니다.
빅히트 엔터테인먼트라는 방시혁 씨가 대표인 회사인데
저는 음악을 듣는 사람들에게 울림을 줄 수 있는 컨텐츠를 정말 잘 만들어내는 것에 집착합니다.
He is obsessed.
2010 to
2013 itself, the number of prospective people that wanted to become K-pop singers reached past 1 million.
Getting into one of those entertainment agencies doesn't guarantee their debut these days.
방탄소년단의 모든 멤버는 지방에서 막 서울로 올라온 어린 학생들이었습니다. 우리 회사도 이른바 주류라고 볼 수는 없었죠. 그러나 한 가지 자신은 있었습니다. 이 빛나는 재능을 가진 친구들과 함께 의미 있는 무언가를 만들어낼 수 있을 것 같다는 확신이었습니다.
Wow. I think what
7 million were trying. 7 made it to make it into the band that really became the biggest band that we know of, award-wise, and that is what they're essentially were hoping to make. You had to think there was 1 million people that wanted to be that be a part of it, and not 1 million people were applying to be necessarily BTS, but they were trying to be that next big thing. And to think what we're experiencing is BTS. Yes, Psy is the thing that helped us wet our feet, but what's really dived us in is BTS, and it's because of what we're seeing also is Bang. This guy had such an incredible vision to bring the cream that raises to the top. I'm gonna make sure it's meaningful when it gets put out as well.
Absolutely. It's not just
talent. It's not just talent.
It's not just
heart.
talent. It's heart. It's like, this is insane. And like also watching this, it really made me think because we just watched Hitman Bang's video that would have been, I'm assuming, like a commercial or maybe like on like Korean's version of MTV type of thing. Would have been like, hey guys, this is how you're gonna do this. Come on in. This is your open invitation on TV, right? And so now we don't have anything like that in North America. That I'm aware of, and maybe we do and I'm just not aware of it. But what's also interesting is the other music that we have been fallen in love with, which is like Finnish metal and like a lot of stuff, symphonic metal and everything from over in that part of Europe
and Scandinavia.
Europe and Scandinavia, they have all these music colleges and music schools and all of these things where they promote music in this way.
Universities for metal, yeah.
Universities and metal, we don't have anything like that. We have some music schools in like Ontario. I think we have one or two. We have a couple that way, but nothing that really promotes in the same way that,
or maybe just not as influential.
or
I'm
not
sure
as
there's musical schools in Canada.
Yes, we do have musical schools in Canada, but nothing that's promoting to this extent where they're really like engaging the young population in the music to say, hey, let's do this and let's get you excited about it, versus if you're excited about it, then you can seek us out. It's like, no, we're going to seek you out and help.
We have a plan
birth
to help
this
you
engagement for you. Exactly.
Yeah, we're going to help you on the way, not to be a vulture. It doesn't
exactly.
feel like vultures.
It's not a vulture type feel. Like, it really is.
Big head's feeling fresh.
It feels fresh. It really feels like, and there's a word that I'm trying to think of right now that I'm stumbling on, but they're really trying to like, nurture creativity.
Yes.
That's what they're nurturing, creativity over in the East, over in Northern Europe, over in
let their flowers grow correctly.
and letting their flowers grow correctly rather than stifling them and saying, okay, if you can grow between these between the concrete, then good luck.
Yeah.
So beautiful way that they're doing this.
I think what makes K-pop is the time that we spend as a trainee.
Blackpink.
안녕하세요.
Jin.
We all live together, sort of like a boarding school, like a training version.
Wow, they look so young compared to what era we're used to seeing them in.
저희 진짜 연습생 때 항상 여기를 다녔었고 또 이 밑이 바로 연습실이에요. 저희 1층이. 그래서 저희가 연습실을 항상 다니면서
I think Suga over time has looked the most similar to himself through the decade that I've at least seen him in the videos.
Yeah.
이모님께서 너무 저희를 잘 챙겨주시고 심지어 방학 때는 하루에 2끼를 다 여기 와서 먹었어요.
And RM. Yummy. Good manners and smart. They're unique.
잘 지내요. 너무 맛있었어요.
Yummy.
What's up, everybody? This is Rap Monster from BTS, and I'm here for the first English song. Finally.
What?
네, 안녕하세요.
That was like the Kendrick swimming pools theme that he just was singing over a remix there, wasn't that?
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure.
But that was, you would know better than me.
It sounded great. School of Tears, dang.
Wow.
네, 안녕하세요. 랩몬스터입니다. 20살의 리더고요. 이름처럼 팀에서 랩을 맡고 있습니다. 제가 언더그라운드로 원래 가려고 했었는데 근데 이제 그 기획사 언더그라운드에 유명한 기획사가 있었거든요. 언터처블의 슬리피 선배님이랑 하요비 선배님이 같이 오셨어요. 그래서 저를 보시고 아마 슬리피 선배님이 저를 마음에 들어 하신 건지 연락처를 주시고 가셨습니다.
I've
been rapping for like since 2007. It's like 7 years.
Nice.
When I came here, it was 2010. It's like 3 years ago. The company told me that you don't need to dance first, but you know it has changed. The project, the whole thing was changing, and I had to dance, you know, to survive. I don't know how to move my body, you know, like technically or beautifully. So I was really angry, and I was just stressed out. As time passed by, my dancing teachers, they showed me that dancing is a cool thing.
It is.
I have to go now. Okay, so finish. Dance is cool. Dance is good stuff, right? Right. But rapping is cooler. Hip hop, yeah. Thank you.
I like his style.
2013년 1월 24일
It's Jin.
안녕하세요. 방탄소년단의 맏형 진입니다. 나이는 22살이고 팀에서 보컬을 맡고 있습니다. 저 같은 경우는 학교를 등교를 하다가 길거리 캐스팅
To school? He got caught.
오늘은 다시 추워진 것 같다. 오랜만에 다시 겨울이 온 것 같았고 감기에 걸리지 않으려면 옷을 든든히 입어야겠다고 생각했다. 가족이 주위에서 날 챙겨주지 않으니 내가 챙겨야겠다는 그런 생각을 했다. 2013년 1월 24일 지낼지.
His parents weren't around?
2013년 2월 8일 전국의 일지.
방탄의 막내 정국입니다. 나이는 17이고요. 팀에서 춤, 노래를 담당하고 있습니다. 근데 자기가
So Jungkook just did this in his diary, so maybe he's the one who started the heart thing.
Possibly, absolutely.
That's really cool.
It could have been just like a
Just the
K-pop
thing
thing
that they do.
that has been there for a while that we didn't
But I
know as
love
well.
it.
It's so iconic.
It's so iconic. It's the biggest heart. We've always had little hearts, and he's just like, no, full heart.
And as the youngest member, he sure has grown a lot when we've seen him standing next to you in that music video. How much he's
Absolutely.
changed. He's got the arm sleeve now and all
Yeah.
that too. So like seeing him now at 16 at this point, it's really cool to go down memory lane with all of you.
Sure is.
제가 슈퍼스타 K를 보고 떨어졌는데 오디션에서 명함을 많이 받았다. 그러면서 명함들이 이렇게
Damn.
지금 시간에 11시 39분 댄스 레슨을 마쳐 왔는데 오늘은 드디어 내가 졸업을 했다.
Graduated middle school.
기분이 엄청 좋을 줄 알았는데 막상 졸업을 해보니 기분이 그렇게 썩 좋진 않다. 그렇다.
It's
막내
bittersweet.
졸업식에 진영이랑 나랑 슈가 형이랑 같이 갔는데 약간은 의젓해지지 않을까 하는 기대도
Looking forward to
가져본다.
his maturity. Jimin. Yeah, he can move.
시민입니다. 나이는 19이고요. 팀에서 춤과 보컬을 맡고 있습니다.
부산에 있을 때 부산 예고에 다닐 때는 제가 무용을 배웠었는데요.
저한테는 진짜 어려운 과제였던 것 같아요.
그때부터 항상 춤을 춰왔기 때문에
랩몬스터 형이랑 슈가 형이랑 작업 때문에 일찍 못 내려가는 건 되게 안타깝게 생각하고 있는데 얼른 끝내고 푹 쉬러 갔으면 좋겠고 나도 이제 쉬러 갑니다.
평가 끝나고 점수 같은 거 나와요.
Everyone in a team has a certain way they like to push things, even in a family.
Yes.
So everyone, I think, can relate to that of like seeing some of the other people doing the extra hours when like, no, you really could drop it, but then that person can't drop it because they're doing other parts of the thing that needs to be produced, right? So it's everyone. I love just what Jimin's saying there. Like, I hope they get to rest because I know I get to rest too when they're resting.
And you and I have had that exact conversation in the past because often I'm on Jimin's mindset where I want to be like, okay, can we just enjoy where we're at right now and have a little bit of rest and then we can progress and push a little later on. Maybe tomorrow, let's have the weekend and then, but no,
Yeah.
Len, you're going to be, like he's saying, Suga and them, they're producing all the deep into the nighttime because their creative
Up till
flow is
dawn.
just going until dawn
Yeah.
and they keep going. But I like, will you guys rest? Well, maybe that is their rest.
Yeah, that's how I decompress, y'all. So I understand.
누가 A고 누가 B고 누가 C고
오늘의 할당 몸무게가 있어요. 몇 그램 빼고 막
네.
와.
우와,
그래서 그거를
많이
하루에 무조건 빼야 귀가를 할 수 있는. 못 빼면은? 못 빼면 뺄 때까지 하다 가야 돼요. 근데 그러고 나서 월말 평가 때 몸무게가 안 나오면은 진짜로 잘라버리는 거죠.
Those pressures I don't even know.
아웃되는 친구들이 한 명, 두 명 정도는 있어야 얘네들이 자극을 받고 더 노력을 하지 않을까 싶기도 합니다.
같이 연습하다가 갑자기 울고 있어요. 너 왜 울어? 나 잘렸어. 그런 친구들이 너무 많아요. 갑자기 불안감 오면서 나도 언젠간 저렇게 될 수 있는 거구나.
그런 식으로 이렇게 뭐 이건 데뷔는 없다, 뭐 앞으로 앨범은 없다 이렇게 아니면 뭐 누구 나가라 이렇게 되는 경우가 많죠. 경쟁, so 경쟁, everything was 경쟁 that time.
연습생들끼리 엄청 경쟁이 심하대요. 데뷔를 하려고.
I remember having to send a good friend of mine home every month because they got eliminated from the test. Like, it's really harsh.
It wasn't a very happy vibe.
Wow.
Starting at such a young age, I was just like, okay, if that's what it is, I have to do it. If that's what I want, if I want to chase my dreams, that's what I have to do.
The K-pop industry has faced criticism for its handling of trainees. Still, the lure of becoming a K-pop idol remains a huge draw for many.
Whoa, that was sick.
That was insane.
You read the news back home, and there's all the sorts of fear around K-pop and how it's...
That's something that also shows up regularly because I'd mentioned how a lot of the beauty standards show up on my while I'm scrolling or different things like that. But that also, it's a double-edged sword because we can be excited by the amount of, passion that's put into this. But then on the other side of it, especially for women in the K-pop industry, when I was in gymnastics when I was younger, when I was in middle school, the one girl there who was screaming was being pushed down to make sure she could stretch out, and that's extremely painful. And that was something that our gymnastics teacher used to come and do to us. If we weren't flexible enough, then she would rip. And we'd have to rip the tendons to cause them to reform correctly so that you would gain that flexibility so you could do the moves, because if you didn't force it and come and push you down to force that tear,
there's no way to get there.
You wouldn't get there fast enough.
Then you'll be the one.
It wasn't about getting there. You wouldn't get there fast enough. So you had to push yourself through these types of extreme pain to get there, and it's extremely competitive. Mine wasn't K-pop. I was in gymnastics, so it's different.
There's the side of K-pop when you got to do the dancing with it. But it's the side
when you have to do that dancing, and it was the same when we were in when I was in dance younger. It was, if you're not hitting that, even if you're half a beat off, you're done, because you can't mess it up.
That's why you have to make sure you plan how many bricks you need when you build a house, as they say.
And why you have to, if you're one of the million who's applying, are you really willing to go through that and even starving yourself on those days to make sure that you hit that weight limit, which is unfortunate, to be one of the 7 that make it?
Yeah.
It's a rough...
You can see why there was some negative on how they're handling people.
Cutthroat training.
Yeah.
It's treating the idols badly, but we do the same with football academies. We do it with all sorts of sport. You have to start kids young because that's how you develop the muscle memory. Is it any different to what we do? I don't know. I don't think so.
I come from that side more.
Oh. 2013년 2월 14일 제이홉의 첫 로고 해피 발렌타인데이.
네, 안녕하세요. 제이홉입니다. 나이는 20살이고요. 팀에서 랩, 춤, 노래를 담당하고 있고 이름처럼 희망적인 존재입니다.
광주에서 막 이제 서울 올라와가지고 아무것도 모르고 죽기 살기로 서바이벌 그런 오디션을 생활을 겪으면서 그렇게 지내고 지금까지 쳐왔던 춤을 더 프로답고 더 멋있게 잘 추고 싶다. 이 두 가지 목표를 꼭 이뤄서 방탄이 데뷔할 때 대중분들께나 팬분들께 꼭 좋은 모습으로 보여드리고 싶다. 2013년 2월 14일 제이홉의 첫 로그 끝.
Precision is an artist or a performer's way to say thank you to the audience, is doing it correctly for y'all.
준비 단계에서 좀 위기가 많이 있었어. 방탄소년단으로 합류하기가 위기가 많이 있었는데 그때마다 정말 놀라울 정도의 그 발전들을 미션들을 이제 다 클리어해 오더라고요.
연습 시간을 강제하지도 않았고 생활을 통제하지도 않았습니다. 모든 것에 자유를 주고 멤버들이 자발적으로 참여할 수 있게 했습니다. 그들에게 딱 한 가지만을 요구했습니다. 방탄소년단의 음악은 방탄소년단 내면에 있는 이야기가 되어야 한다는 것이었죠.
Good rule.
That's a great rule.
2013년 3월 5일 슈가의 로그.
슈가.
약자를 약하게 만들고 강자를 강하게 만들었지. 강자니까 약한 자 당연히 그렇게 당하게 만들었지.
안녕하세요, 슈가입니다. 나이는 21살이고요. 팀에서 랩을 맡고 있습니다. 저 같은 경우는 이제 2010년에 저희 회사에서 이제 지금 히릿이라는 전국 랩 오디션이 있었는데 2등을 해서 네, 이제 회사에 들어오게 됐습니다. 그리고 연습생이 되었죠.
일주일 넘게 지금 타이틀 곡 작업을 하느라 약간 강행군을 하고 있는데
Suga always gets accused for having kitten-like eyes, right?
Kitten eyes?
And because of that, I just hear my cat. It's outside. We're just gonna get it inside. Wow.
Wow.
Is Pepe doing good, honey?
Yes.
Does he want here?
I think he's gonna run away, but I also heard something go crash, bang, boom, up. Oh, there it is again. So, I don't know. He might stay for a bit till it's safe.
Very true. We hope you love the animated life that we have upstairs here while we're doing this all for you. That's what makes this amazing too, is we have just such an awesome support even at home to be able to come in front of you. So thank you all for helping us, supporting us through Patreon, because that does actually really help us get in front of this camera easier, being able to give the younger sibling something to help with the babysitting. All right, now that the kitty is ready to go, looks like he moved our camera, so we'll do one more adjustment. And we're back.
Yay!
네, 나의 인내심의 한계를 느끼고 있다. 수도 없이 많은 수정들을 하고 있어서 어쩔 수 없이 아침에 잘 수밖에 없는 상황이 됐다. 빨리 여러분께 좋은 음악을 들고 찾아갔으면 하는 바람이 크다. 요즘 형들을 보면 정말 고생이 많다. 그리고 형들은 매일 한 6시나 7시쯤에 들어와서
coming home at 6 or 7 a.m.
Wow.
That's some
정말
time.
대단한 것 같다.
They're really amazing, aren't they? Jungkook knows. Jeez.
고생이 많습니다. 이제 식단도 하고 있고, 식단도 하고 있고.
I'm on a diet.
그리고 이번 주 들어서 이제 자켓 앨범 사진을 대비해서 이제 프로필 사진 같은 걸 찍는데.
Nice photos here.
Very nice photos.
Oh, the bowls! I just saw Jimin in the bowls.
진짜인 것 같아요. 역시 저는 슈가 씨의
Suga's photos turned out the best.
Yeah, Suga.
당연히 전정국이죠.
Of course, Jungkook is the best.
이 사람이 제일 잘 나온 것 같아요. 누군지 모르겠는데,
I don't know who he is, but he's handsome.
Maybe not as modest as they are now. But then again, Jen is worldwide handsome, so here
He's
we go.
worldwide handsome.
They all just know it.
They know it. We know it.
일단 전 아니에요.
good.
힘들게 진영이 슈가나 지민이 잘 나왔어요.
Jin's the straight up guy.
카메라 배터리가 없어서 빨리 찍고 할 말이 있는데 오늘은 우리 팀의 특징에 대해서 일단 우리 팀의 리더 포스가 최고인 것 같아요.
Yeah, Arm's charisma for sure.
그리고 그런데 우리 팀 리더의 장난기가 많아서 귀여운 면도 엄청 많다는 사실. 그리고 하고자 하는 게 있으면 꼭 해야 돼서 정말 멋있는 형인 것 같다. 그다음 슈가 형. 우리 슈가 형은 옆집 동네 형 같다.
Oh, yeah, smile.
장난기가 너무 많고.
He's cool and cheeky. 연습실에서 막 연습하는 거 보면 진짜 멋있다. 다른 사람 같아.
Good touch.
그리고 막내 귀엽다. 한지도 어벙벙. 말하는 것도 어벙벙. 내가 얘를 귀엽다고 하면 다 이상하게 생각할 것 같다. 아무튼 귀엽다.
No, he's
그리고
cute.
우리 팀 맏형 지인 형 알다시피 우리 팀 비주얼이라서 잘생겼다.
Yeah, he's handsome.
그래서 가끔 부럽다.
Bit jealous.
요리도 잘한다.
He can cook too.
그리고 우리 팀의 제이홉 형 로고 찍을 때
He's a lot of fun.
바지를 샀다.
I bought new pants.
소리 안 맞아.
소리 안 맞아.
Totally
그래도
cringy.
우리
No, that's
팀의
great. I love
엄마
it.
같은 존재다.
He's mom.
His mom.
춤도 잘 추고 춤 잘
Oh,
추는
the
엄마
best dancer.
그런 느낌?
Best vibe
그리고
there is.
미
And then there's
우리
you,
팀의 매력을
German.
한몫하는 것 같다.
Very much charming.
그렇지 않는가? 친구들이 그랬는데 다
At least what my
특이하고
friends told me.
귀여운 것 같아.
Very unique and
나만
cute.
그렇게 생각하는가?
No.
일단 이거 말한 건 비밀이고 2013년 3월 25일 지민의 일지 끝.
My nickname from my friends was Kyle Cutie.
It was Kyle Cutie. Or
Y'all just-
Kylie.
If y'all see what's behind this beard, you maybe would know.
Very baby-faced. Very Kyle Cutie.
정말 시기가 다가오고 있다는 걸 좀 몸소 절절하게 좀 느꼈고 내일부터는 정말 지금 폭풍 전야인 것 같다. 내일부터는 진짜 뭔가 각오가 돼서 왔다. 열심히 달리고 하면 안 될 것도 없을 것 같다는 생각이다.
Good mindset. Let's do our best. That's an awkward laugh. You should be nervous.
We are bulletproof. We are
They are bulletproof.
요즘 들어 바쁜 나날들을 보내고 있는데 댄스 8시간에 끝나고 바로 노크.
Wow, 8-hour dance. Then
3년 동안 연습을 하면서 그런 피땀이 흐려 있는 그런 곡이 아닌가 싶습니다.
뭔가 좀 되게 친구들 다 대학 가고 캠퍼스 가서 이제 뭐 연애도 하고 뭐 그런 거 보면 듣고 보면 뭔가 조금 부럽기도 하고
jealous of the normal life.
하지만 우린 데뷔를 할 거니까 꼭.
But we're going to debut soon, so that'll be good. Everyone's going to be jealous of us soon, yeah. Yeah, they work hard.
안 힘듭니다.
No, it's not hard.
요즘은
Empty lap.
너무 아프다. 힘들고 아프고 지치고 피곤하고.
I tried to quit the team because of just dance. You know, it was exhausting me.
수능 상을 찍었는데 오늘은 특별하게 지옥이었어. 지옥이었어. 너무 힘들었어요. 생각을 끔찍해.
We Are Bulletproof 파트 2 안무에 개인 안무에서 무릎을 찍으면서 그런 동작이 있는데 바닥에 무릎을 찍다 보니 허벅지 쪽이 살짝 부상이
Oh, I
있어가지고
bet you're bleeding from that.
허벅지
Ooh.
피를 뽑은 적이 있어요.
Nice catch. Oh my god.
뭐 응원 메시지
So cool.
많이 보내주세요. 그러나 다 보고 확인하고 있으니까
힘이 듭니다.
진짜 힘이 들고요. 진짜.
The army kept them through all that blood, sweat, and tears.
Bangtan 화이팅! 화이팅! 그런 기념으로 오늘의 로그는 끝!
시작이구나.
Wow.
그래. 화이팅 해야지.
열심히 준비했고 정말 우리들의 이야기로 만든 음악들이다. 추월 거짓도 없고 가사도 정말 중점적으로 잘 들어봐 주시면 좋겠고 퍼포먼스도 기대해 주셨으면 좋겠다.
Listen to the lyrics. You got that
화이팅이다.
right.
모두들.
Let's do well, all of us. I love what he just says, right?
방탄소년단 화이팅.
2013년 5월
I would run through a brick wall for this guy.
Yeah.
17일 방탄의 로그! 사실 이제 이 로그를 끝으로 이제 저희가 데뷔
That's the one for the debut?
전까지는 로그가 없을
Oh my
거예요.
god. I'm getting nervous for him.
다음에 또 만나.
Ah!
이제는 우리가 헤어져야 할 시간 다음에 또 만나요.
아 그건 제 역할이라니까요.
해줘.
사랑해요.
See? That's what I thought. I thought it was this.
방탄의 로그 여기서 끝. 안녕.
네, 카운트다운 최초 공개
Next time.
안녕하세요. 조이입니다.
오래전부터 멤버들이랑
Nice. Good to
같이
hear from B more.
요즘 네가 잘했는데 다른 사람 다 틀렸다 생각하는 네가 아직도?
어떻게 할까요?
The beginning.
기대해 주시기 바랍니다.
Yeah, we look forward to
내
that.
생일이었다.
This is so
스케줄상,
cool.
시간상 담지 못했다. 난 나에게 생일 케이크를 바치고 싶다. 빰빠밤빰빰빰. 와, 딸기 보소.
언제부턴가 점점 연락하게 된 내가 먼저 네가 없는 곳에선 벌써 널 베이비로 불러 난 또 참 웃겨 You're my candy, a lollipop candy I really wanna love you
우리 하고 그냥 그래요 얘기해. 아 벌써 틀었어? 아니
야, 용자, 걔네 나 요즘 남지 않았다.
Have you seen so hard to leave the scenes, y'all?
기대와 소원을 부탁드립니다.
Incredible. Wow, it sounds like they do a lot of covers of a lot of songs I know, because this is Wiz Khalifa. That they do a lot of adaptations to songs that I didn't expect, like Kendrick and Wiz Khalifa. Those are some big name people. And before we jump into the deleted scenes, what did you want to kind of talk about? No, let's have a little thing and talk about it, embrace it. I think this was really cool. I can see why y'all were really, you weren't upset when we had the poll up on Patreon that we were asking people which way should we go for like a mini documentary series to understand these people even better. And I didn't put this one on the poll for some reason. I just didn't see it when I was searching through stuff. But then y'all were like, this is a really good one made from the army. Then you get to see things from the army side of what they want to push forward. And that's also what I like. It's nice to even see exactly what Big Hit is trying to produce so you can see that. But I think the journey with BTS is so much a part of the army as well.
It
So
is.
this documentary from start to finish, it seems so well produced that it looks like it's like Netflix that made it anyways.
It does. It looks like it's like an official video from Bangtan or from Netflix.
Convinced.
I would have been convinced as well. I really love that that army is so enamored by the rise, enamored by the passion
The full story.
the story and everything that's going into BTS and what created them, as well as the industry itself and Korean culture.
Yeah.
Because when Psy kind of debuted in Canada in 2010 and really like got us starting to kind of like, I guess you would say like dip your toe into like what K-pop really was, and helped us dip our feet and into that. That kind of started the opening of like, this is really cool music, theater music, but then it also started bringing you into a story where you were then with the love of the music, we started getting into things like BTS, but then ARMY really wanted to know the story, because everything that BTS is singing about, once you dive into the lyrics, even
life.
beyond the language barrier, it's the life, it's all of their emotions and what they've been through.
It's their history.
Their story, their history, and what drives them really brought everyone into a community.
It helped
that
everyone
way.
relate together.
Exactly, relate. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
So like it's really cool how when you start off with something that you are unaware of, and I'm just using Psy because that's the one who I found first, but like when you jump into the music because of the joy that the music itself brings you, and then you start deep diving into a country's culture based off one song that really hit home for you on a joy standpoint, you find the story and this community, it really does become something more than just a band, something more than just music. And we really saw this with how ARMY created this video and then pushes this video or this docuseries forward, because it isn't just looking at only the positive side. They even showed some of the negative and some of the controversial sides of
course, are they
K-pop.
breeding things like a machine too much? And are we making these two robotic people that are just focusing on trying to make money?
Or is there a when you have two sides of the relationship that are mutually benefiting each other? So like Big Hit is a corporation that wants to get monies, and they have a $3.4 billion industry with K-pop, but then you also have all of these artists that want to be idols. They want to be the next big thing. They want to be the big hit, you know what I mean? And so when they're going for this dream, even though there's going to be some things that are going to seem like they're going too far. Like I like how the producers, when they were being interviewed, they were asked, like, are we going too far?
Like the
and he said, the sports academy. It's like, well, sports academy, they do this. You train and train and train, you get injured, things happen. And like, even before that was said, I had made the connection to when I was in gymnastics, and I played gymnastics, was in gymnastics, in dance, and played lacrosse when I was in middle school. And often the things that you get pushed and forced into doing that would push you outside of your comfort zone do help you grow in many ways, though it can also break you, and mentally and physically. So it's really cool that ARMY put this together, focusing on all sides and not being biased toward one side or the other, and even brought in so many different K-pop idols, not just BTS. So that's something that I loved about this documentary, and what was pushed forward is it's a full story of everything that is K-pop and that's coming forward, that then led to the rise of BTS, not just Bangtan.
Absolutely. And you really get to see, like, the thing that's shining through the most really on this first episode was their personalities. And I think that was a really cool thing to show right before they actually rise, before their actual first debut. It's just so cool to know how it actually, they are producing things like this, because like Alanna always is trying to say, we can't think of things like this that are producing bands in Canada or North America even like this. So it's even just like, it's out of our realm of how they're producing their art and culture. So it's just at a whole different level. So definitely there's, as we saw in the end screen in the credits there's some funny scenes there. So hopefully in the deleted scenes there will be some fun times. Maybe there'll be some serious times as well. Maybe it's not all just funny too, but we know you are all excited to check it out as well. So thank you so much, ARMY, for sticking with us. Now we're on to the deleted scenes for episode 1.
ARMY, I'm super excited to be here after that amazing first episode into the rise of Bangtan, and getting to really see more into Korean culture and how they produce pop idols in Korea, because it's a very different than what we have out here. And I'm really excited now to get into chapter 1, deleted scenes, so that we can see all these little, tidbits of fun moments that really are going to deep dive us into the personalities of every single one of these amazing members.
Let's become bulletproof. Captions are on. Yes. Yes. What are they gonna do? Yeah. Oh God, I love it. I was just showing them Harlem Shake.
I love that.
나는 가끔
Of course they did.
집에서 밥을 해 먹는데 오늘도 나름 바쁜 와중에도 나는 밥을 만들 때마다 항상 가지고 있는 생각이 있는데 미래의 나의 부인과 같이 이렇게 밥을 요리를 해 먹으면 얼마나 좋을까라는 생각을 항상 갖고
It is great cooking together, isn't it?
언젠간 그런 날이 오길 기다리며 2013년 1월 15일 지낼지.
Jin's diary.
I love Jin.
I love Jin.
Tall glass of gin every time.
Say something.
설 잘 보내고 왔고 이제는 부산에 이제 오랫동안 내려가지 못할 것이다.
Sad.
그래서 이제 앞으로 더 열심히 하고 열심히 할 것이다.
Working harder.
맞나? 맞다.
That's right. That's right. We gotta work harder every time.
Annoying each other.
오늘은 슈가의 첫 녹이다. 우리는 지금 작업실에서 안무가 작업을 하고 있다. 조용히 봐. 여튼 지금 우리는 열심히 곡을 작업하고 있다. 옆에 랩몬이 장난을 치는데 한 대 때려주고 싶다.
Wanna hit him.
지금
Visibly annoyed.
그만해. 나좀 찍자고.
It's my first one.
요즘은 참
Who's gonna mess with RM?
새로운
Not even bothered.
노트를 많이 사려고 준비하고 있다. 더 멋있게 예쁜 옷들을
I
같이
guess I'm done. Defeat.
옷을 보여드리도록.
That's impressive on both ends.
I love them.
봄 느낌도 나고 첫사랑 느낌도 나고.
Spring and first love.
Ooh.
내할
But
일.
what's the point of all that?
아 요즘은 되게 정신없는 하루를 보내고 있다. 진짜 현실에 다가와서 그런지 이게 잠도 줄여가면서
Yeah, cutting down sleep will do it.
이렇게 내가 하는 만큼 뭔가 좋은 결과가 있었으면 좋겠다. 그래 이제는 봄이기도 하고 다 같이 우리 벚꽃 축제를 가야겠다. 우리 벚꽃 축제 가야죠.
Cherry Blossom Festival sounds great. We have cherry blossoms here.
We do.
방탄소년단은 뭐 어떤 소식이 있을까? 한번 쳐봐야겠어.
Look it up.
정말 방탄소년단을 쳐서 뭐 방탄소년단 블로그도 나오고
The epitome of
나오고,
Googling yourself.
No kidding.
블로그도 나오고 연수도 889명.
Wow, 889 followers.
Very.
투 방탄.
Wow.
Wow.
투 방탄.
Look how hard they were working at the point where they're at now. They're still working this hard, but they didn't even have 1,000 followers and they were already working this hard. That's what everyone forgets. You only see the flower come out, not everything that needs to bring it out for us to see.
They're
It's just
so
incredible.
It's interesting and it is incredible because there's so many people that we have talked to throughout the years and throughout the provinces that we've lived in who when we mention YouTube and different things like that, the amount of people who have a dream and quit because they didn't get their first 1,000 or 2,000 within the time period that they thought they would.
Yeah.
And it becomes so
Arbitrary numbers.
and they're just they're arbitrary numbers.
Yeah.
And it just if you love something and you want to achieve something, you keep working at it, you keep going at it, and you keep striving towards it and pushing that bar, which is exactly what they did. And we just saw there 889 followers, and they were already working harder than many people work when they're already into the thousands, millions.
Absolutely. And the thing that makes this such a personal experience, even seeing all this behind the scenes, is when you get to talk to the army, a lot of the army will tell you BTS comes to you when you need them.
Yes.
And that's the thing about that is so organic about what they do. They weren't looking for a certain number, even though they kind of are. They really do love what they're doing. They really, even though Rap Monster didn't want to dance, he wanted to become that idol to make sure his story is coming out to the most people. And then you learn to embrace some of the other things that help you get there. And I just think it's just so magical to see this.
Absolutely it is.
투 방탄. 투 방탄. 디얼 지민. 디얼 슈가. 디얼 보이. 첫 페이지에는 나한테 보내는 메시지가
No one sent messages to my page.
Sad J-Ho.
괜찮아 잘 될 거야.
It's okay, everything turned out fine.
Oh.
I
그지 맞다. 정국이가 이제 이번 안무 저희 데뷔하는 노래 중에 안무에서 댄스 브레이크 혼자 댄스 브레이크 타임을 가져서 이제 뭔가 멋있게 멋들어지게 깐진하게 보여주는 게 한 게 있는데 그게 자꾸 한 부분을 자꾸 실패를 해서 그게 지금 아주 맨날 선생님한테 혼나고 보는 우리도 스트레스고 정국이도 스트레스고 힘들지?
힘들죠. 이제 형들한테 미안하기도 하고.
나는 내가 오히려 뭔가 미안하다 그래야 되나 내가 가만히 지켜볼 수밖에 없어가지고. 넌 이번 앨범에서 뭘 보여주고 싶니 사람들에게?
나는
Rap, sing, and dance.
춤도 춘다.
만능이다.
All around there.
까지는 아니죠.
황금 막내다.
Golden 막내.
야 그래 그걸 황금 막내 내가 지어준 별명인데 안 써요. 그걸 안 쓰고 버려두고 있어.
사실 어릴 때까지만 해도 생일이 마냥 좋기만 했는데 지금은 그렇게 마냥 좋지만은 않다.
생일
축하합니다.
Right as you step back.
생일 축하합니다.
I'm so over it.
사랑하는 용기여 생일 축하합니다. 주말에 저희들
What timing?
뮤비
They troll each other correctly.
I love it.
알았죠? 시원하게 한번 읽어주세요.
화이팅 from 호주.
호주까지.
이어서 스페인에서도 왔어요.
네.
방탄보이즈 스페인.
스페인.
예.
Yeah, Spain.
촬영 화이팅. 스페인 팬들이 기대하고 있어요. 기대.
그것까지 뻗어나가는 방탄을 쏘는다.
스페인.
어디서 찍어요? 직접 도시락 싸서 찾아가겠습니다.
직접이.
저희는
She must be beautiful.
싫어요. 저희 기다리고 있겠습니다. 직접 싸서 오셔야 돼요.
다양한 어디서 한다 했죠?
우리 어디서? 저희가 남양주 세팅에서 촬영하겠습니다.
기다리고 있을 거예요.
기다리고 있을 거예요, 저희.
We'll be waiting.
We'll be waiting. We want food. She must be
상당히
beautiful.
좋은데 지금 두통 때문에 상당 아니 두통이 있나요? 네, 두통 있습니다. 두통은 제가 치료법을 알아요. 뭔가요? 딴 데가 아프면 돼요.
Something else has to hurt.
이게 아프겠다.
What a way to get through it.
뒤로요? 하다가요.
Nice.
또 가죽공이 아니라서 너무 가벼워요.
I can't do the finger spin. Well done, Sugar.
왕에 너무 좋아했습니다.
Used to play.
빠바바바.
I know the feeling.
제이홉의 사인을 한번 봐볼까요?
투 방탄 팬.
야, 투 방탄 팬.
제 사인입니다. BTS.
J-Hope. Yep. Now his current. Cool. Wow. I like that. That was an awesome deleted scene. Feels like this is like an actual DVD that we're going through.
It does.
Like it's so awesome.
진짜 별거 아니니까.
Thank you all for making it through to the end of this video. And if you've made it through to the end of this video, you most likely are the reason why we're doing this reaction. So we want to thank you as well for the support. And if you want to keep helping us being guided into how to move forward, we obviously have this. So stay tuned for episode number 2. But we also, on the poll winner, was Sechita and In the Soup. So those are the ones that you can definitely look forward to. I don't know which ones get blocked or not on YouTube, so definitely go onto Patreon as well if you want to make sure you see the ones that get blocked moving forward. We hope this doesn't get blocked. I'm pretty sure I've seen people react to it, so let's hope it makes it onto YouTube as well, because we love to have the actual banter. I want to also bring up the reaction from Fake Love that we had and just tell you guys how much support that you gave to us there. Also letting us know about the other universe that they've made throughout their songs that are not actually what happened
It's
in
not real life.
So
It's a different universe.
That's just to kind of give you clarification that we've read all the comments and we understand the panic that we even induced and what that even induced in a lot of people, because we could even see the like, hey, this is not real, like make sure in the descriptions, and we still even got convinced by the storytelling of how good they are at their art. And you can see it from the get-go also the chemistry that is starting to build within them as a group, but then as pairs or triples. Like you can see all these different factions within the BTS all forming to help each other out too, which is also why I'm very excited to see the Sachita episodes where it's just Suga talking one-on-one with the friends as well. So there's just so much content with BTS. And there's also the songs as well too. So there's the solo work as well. So that's why we definitely need your continual help, and we hope you continue to enjoy this rabbit hole ride with us with BTS.
Thank you so much, Army, for being here with us and for guiding us along the way and then being there to help us with our little mistakes that we have made. Definitely, I hope you did finish our fake love video and saw that we did eventually realize that, okay, this wasn't real life. So that was definitely an emotional roller coaster for me, but for both of us as we went through that. And it's been really cool being able to now get to know each individual band member, what their personalities are like. It's really cool to see that RM is so like, he's very street, he's very down to earth, he's very like, what do you mean dancing? Like he had
underground
rapper, which is it's such a lifestyle difference from just like pop and that kind of style.
Yeah, they evolved and they all evolved.
Absolutely.
And you could see how much they evolved even in the time they went to be trained and then got to the actual now into episode 2 when they actually debut.
So this has been such a journey, and I can't wait to continue this journey with all of you as you guys are guiding us through BTS and this amazing band. So thank you so much for being here and for supporting us as we go through this. So again, peace and love.
God bless y'all.
Take care and bye for now.